everyone. Good day, class. Let me first introduce myself. My name is Rauda Karim and I'm your Structure of English teachers for today. And you can call me Ma'am Rauda. And for today's discussion, we will be talking about moral auxiliaries and related phrasal forms. So, are you ready, class? Let's get started. Before proceeding to our discussion, here are the learning outcomes of the lesson. First, at the end of the lessons, the student should know the modals and phrasal modals. The student should learn how to use modals and phrasal modals properly, and the student should know when our modals and phrasal modals are appropriate to use. And now, let us go on to our discussion. Modals are used by a speaker to interject their own perspective and view a proposition more subjectively than when they simply use present or past tense. And now, let us compare its given sentences and hear the sentence with irregular verbs. John is a teacher and John was a teacher. We can see in these sentences that is always take its fact that John is a teacher and John was a teacher. Now, let us look at the example of sentences that use modal verbs. John may be a teacher and John may have been a teacher. So, we can now see the difference of using regular verbs and the modal verbs. So, modal verbs are used to show the perspective of the speaker that John may be a teacher and John may have been a teacher. So, yung modal verbs dyan na nakikita natin or sample of the modal verbs is yung may. Like, John may be a teacher. So now, here's the example of modal verbs na kung saan pwede natin siyang gamitin in different sentence. For example, can, will, may, and shall. Now, it's your turn. Can you repeat again the modal verbs that I have said? So, that's very good. So, the modals also have a present tense and a past tense. So, here are they. The present tense is the can, will, may, and shall. And also, we have the past tense is the can is could, will is would, may is might, and shall is should, and also the mass only has a past tense. After learning the present tense and the past tense of modals, we are now discuss the phrasal modals counterparts. Phrasal modals are multi-word forms ending in infinitive to which function semantically like true modals. So that means it can be used to substitute modals in sentence. So here are the modals and its phrasal modals counterparts. Can, could, be able to. Will, shall is be going to or be about to. Must, have to or have got to. Should, be to or be supposed to. Then would is used to, and may, might is be allowed to or be permitted to. So now, my question is, what can you notice about the difference of modals and phrasal modals? If your answer is the infinitive to, that is correct. So all the phrasal modals have infinitive to, while the modals do not have. For us to further understand the use of modals and phrasal modals, here are the some examples. With modals, I will clean my room later. So the modal will in this sentence can be replaced in the phrasal modals counterparts, which is be going to. For example, I am going to clean my room later. Next, another example with the use of modal is, my mother said that I may use our car for tomorrow's party. So the modal may use in this sentence can be replaced in the phrasal modals counterparts, which is be allowed to. For example, my mother said that I am allowed to use our car for tomorrow's party. So means in this example, the meaning of the sentences didn't change despite the changing modals into a phrasal modals. So modals are used for several reasons. First is to give a preposition a degree of probability. For example, I will be a billionaire someday. And second is to express one's attitude. For example, I can do this. Then next is the third reason is to perform social functions such as expressing politeness or indirectness when making requests, giving advice, or granting permission. For example, may you please excuse us for a while? The next that we will be discussing is about the two functions of modals. The first function of modals is the epistemic meaning. Epistemic meaning is the expresses logical probability. For example, it may rain tomorrow. So meaning, in this sentence, the modal verb may is expressed as a degree logical of probability that is weak rather than strong. Next, the second function of modals is the deontic function. Deontic function is expresses a use of related to social interaction. For example, you may leave the room. The modal verb may now expresses a granting of formation and thus accomplishes a social interaction. And now, we are done with our lesson. So before ending the discussion, let us first have a review of what we have learned today. So first question is, what is modals? That's very good. Second, what are the modals? That's very good. And third, what is phrasal modals? That's very good. And lastly, what are the two functions of modals? That's very good. So now, we are finally done our discussion and I hope you have learned in this topic. Thank you for watching, everyone.